Hey everybody, it's Kookie McGee, aka Keegan here. I'm back with another video once again, and hope you all had a nice day today. I just finished having dinner a few minutes ago, and I figured it's time for me to do another movie review video. I know my movie review videos have been coming out slowly, but I've been trying to get them done as soon as I possibly can, especially with all the movies that I've been watching in theaters over the last few weeks. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about 4 films that I saw in theaters recently, and I'm going to talk about them as quickly as possible because I don't really have too much to say about these movies. So this is going to be some sort of a quickie type review of each film, and then yeah. So anyways, let's talk about them. First up is Pillion, directed by Harry Lighton, and this was his directorial debut. And this film stars Alexander Skarsgård and Henry Melling. This film is loosely based on a book called Box Hill, which was written by Adam Jones. I didn't actually know this movie was based on a book until the credits rolled when I saw this movie in theaters. Now I've been looking forward to this movie for quite a while. When the teaser trailer for this movie dropped back in October, and I kind of figured this would be up my alley, and it was. Basically, this is a film about a man played by Harry Melling who gets into a BDSM relationship with a biker named Ray, and our protagonist his name is Colin. He's a very timid guy who gets into a BDSM relationship with Ray as a submissive. And, well, if you know anything about BDSM, you know this is going to be a pretty wild movie, and it is. In fact, at the film festival where this movie premiered at, which I forgot the name of the festival it premiered at, it was given an NC-17 rating, although I believe it's been edited down to get an R rating or something like that. But I know this was originally given an NC-17. But I really, really enjoyed this film. It had some great performances. Both Alexander Skarsgård and Harry Melling were really great in this movie. It's got a good soundtrack. It's got some good cinematography. It's pretty well written. And from what I've heard, I think this movie is pretty accurate when it comes to BDSM. More accurate than 50 Shades of Grey, at least from what I've heard. But I really, really enjoyed the film, and I know some people have mixed feelings about it, but I personally really, really enjoyed it for what it is. And so far, it's while the film did have its premiere at a film festival in 2025, I'm technically counting this as a 2026 movie. Well, that's just me. It is. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to checking it out again in the future. And if you like these types of movies, then check this one out. And I'm giving Pillion an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, I saw Stranger Than Paradise, which is one of Jim Jarmusch's early movies. For some reason, I thought this movie was actually Jim Jarmusch's first film, but I was wrong. I actually found that out the other day that this was not his first movie. And I just a little bit of a correction for the community tab posts that I always do of whenever I watch a movie. This was not Jim Jarmusch's first film. This was one of his early films, though. Anyways, this movie came out in 1984, and as mentioned already, this is one of his early films. Jim Jarmusch is the same director of films like Dead Man, Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai, Broken Flowers, and most recently his newest film, Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, which I actually talked about back in January. I really enjoyed this film. This is one of his early films. You got a man who was his cousin from Budapest comes down to America for a visit, and then his life starts to change a bit, changes a lot when the cousin comes in for a visit, and then our protagonist's friend meets the cousin, and then they go on a bit of an adventure to Cleveland and to Florida, and it gets a little bit unpredictable from there. Well, the story is a little bit of a hard one for me to describe, but it's one where you just gotta watch and see how the story unfolds as you watch the film. It's kind of a tricky one for me to describe, but it's one of those road trip well, not really a road trip type movie, but it does turn into a road trip type movie later on in the film. I really enjoyed this one. It had some good performances. It was pretty funny. Had some good music, and the whole movie is in black and white, like some of Jarmusch's early movies, like this one, Down by Law, and I'm trying to remember the name of the first movie he did, but I know that one was in black and white as well. And it looked pretty cool when it was in black and white. I actually do like these types of movies that are in black and white too. But other than that, I really enjoyed this one. And if you like Jim Jarmusch's films, I would recommend you check it out. It's a good like some of his early stuff is pretty good. But this is probably one of his best of his early films that he's done. I mean, I need to check out some of his other early films like Down by Law and such. But anyways, I'm giving Stranger Than Paradise an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, I saw the brand new film from Maggie Gyllenhaal, The Bride. This is Maggie Gyllenhaal's second directorial film after her previous film, The Lost Daughter from 2021. I do remember watching The Lost Daughter, but I don't really remember too much about it, other than I wasn't really a big fan of that film. I was actually kind of looking forward to this one. It looked pretty good from the trailer, but I know this movie's been getting a lot of mixed reactions, although mixed to negative reviews upon its release over the weekend. I saw this one on Saturday, and to be honest, I liked the movie for what it was, but it definitely wasn't a perfect film. It definitely has its flaws. Well, I'll start with the positives. I like the set designs and the costumes. I think Jesse Buckley and Christian Bale were both great in this movie. The music was also good too, and had some pretty good lighting, and all in all, I liked those aspects of the film. The issues I have with this movie is that the story could have been written a little bit better. It's the movie is clearly a feminist film, not that it's a bad thing in any way, but it just becomes very obvious that it just shoves the idea down your throat instead of just not make like just maybe they could have made it in a way where it doesn't explicitly say it's a feminist type film. Not trying to sound like a chud or anything, but it's very it makes it a little more too obvious of what it's trying to be and stuff. But aside from that, I enjoyed the film for what it is. It might not be my favorite movie of the year so far, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, it's not for everybody. Some of you might like it, some people might hate it, but I personally really enjoyed it for what it was. But despite the flaws, I thought this film was great, and I think this would make an interesting double feature with Natural Born Killers. But if you like that movie, then definitely check this one out. It might not be for everybody, but I still really enjoyed this one. And I'm giving The Bride an 8 out of 10. And the last film I saw, which is one I actually saw yesterday, is Belladonna of Sadness. This is a Japanese animated film from 1973 that is based on a story that was published in the 1700s. I had been wanting to check this movie out for quite some time. When I saw the trailer for it, because it looked really amazing from the animation and from the trailer. And I saw this one yesterday, and well, this is definitely a very dark, very strange, yet a very beautiful film that I really, really enjoyed. Basically, it follows a woman who gets raped by this lord on her wedding night, and she's wanting to get revenge on the Lord who violated her, and she slowly starts to become this goddess type figure named Belladonna or something. Well, I don't really want to give away too much of what the story is about, but it's definitely a very strange, a very beautiful, and a very dark film that I personally really, really enjoyed. The animation style for its time period was really unique and definitely was something a little bit different around its time when it was released back in 1973. Had some good music, and the blending of the different forms of animation in this movie was also really unique, and it's very surreal. It's very strange, and it feels like a very dreamlike type film that I really really love. Although it's not like anything you'd see from like Terry Gilliam or anything like that, but it's definitely one of those dream like type films that I really really love. It's not for everybody, but I personally really enjoyed the film. And it should definitely go without saying this is definitely not a film for children, given the film's a dark subject matter and such. But if you like adult animation, I would highly recommend you check this one out. This is probably one of the strangest films I've seen in a little while, and one I definitely do look forward on checking out again in the future. So I'm giving Belladonna of Sadness an 8 out of 10. Well, that's going to be it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I do apologize if these reviews felt a little bit rushed, but they are quickie reviews, however. My next review will actually be a two-part review. It will be my review on all the Scream movies, including Scream 7. But again, that'll be a two-part review, which part one will be of me reviewing the first four Scream movies, and then part two will be on 5, 6, and 7. So stay tuned for those reviews that'll be coming out soon. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that'll be coming out soon. But in the meantime, this is Kooky McGee signing off. Thanks again for watching, and hope you all have a great evening. And I'll talk to you all later. And take it easy, guys. Peace. Bye-bye.